Hello everybody. I've already made a couple of videos on the after surgery for the thyroglossal duct cyst. And I just wanted to do a quick rundown of how I got to have this surgery and what led up to it. Back in 2010, I did not have any health insurance. And I got sick with a sore throat that just got worse and worse and worse and worse. And about 6 or 7 days in, I finally gave in and went to Primacare, my urgent care facility, and walked in there, and they immediately sent me over to the emergency room at my local hospital, and they admitted me, and I was in there for about 4 days, maybe even 5 days with antibiotics through IV with steroids and stuff like that. Got out, and actually they diagnosed me with something that's called Ludwig's angina. Got out, went to the ENT. No, it wasn't Ludwig's angina. He really didn't know what it was. You know, came back week after week for a few months trying to get this diagnosed, but could never put a name on it. I did have a CAT scan in the hospital when I was there that revealed nothing. So then in 2011 it happened again. I was readmitted to the emergency room. I was in there for about 2 days this time. Again, antibiotics through IV with steroids and stuff like that. And again, that was 2011. 2012 it happened again. I was in the hospital again. I think I was in the ER just for about 12 hours though. And then in 2013, I found a doctor that found a regime that seemed to work for me, and that was a couple of antibiotic shots in the rump with a steroid pack. So since about 2012 or 13 up until now, 2016, I've been able to go in when I felt this coming on, stay out of the hospital. But just until June of 2016, there was never a name for it. You know, I would swell up so bad that I couldn't swallow. It was affecting my breathing, stuff like that. So this time, actually June 2016, I got really sick, went to my doctor, and they said, you know, we've got to get a handle on this, and sent me to an ENT right away. The ENT looked at me, didn't really know what it was, just looking, sent me for a CAT scan, and by this time this was my 3rd or 4th CAT scan that showed nothing, so I really wasn't anticipating this new CAT scan to show anything. But I did have that done, went back to the ENT, he got the results, and he called it this thyroglossal duct cyst. Recommended that I have it removed, told me all about it, went home, I looked it up, and lo and behold, exactly what the symptoms were and what caused the occurrence of this infection was exactly what I had experienced. So I was excited. You know, of course I want to have this thing fixed because, you know, since 2016, I've had about 6 reoccurrences, and it's just June and July right now. Actually, it's August, but June I was diagnosed with the thyroglossal duct cyst after about 6 years of dealing with my throat swelling up, again, to the size of a small cantaloupe or a softball or something, just huge. It would cause me to have breathing problems. I couldn't swallow. Like I said, I've been in the hospital a few times for this. And nobody could put a name to it. But then when I started reading, it all started with like head congestion or sinuses, where I would get some sort of drainage, and that drainage would catch into that little area where that cyst was and fill up with liquid, causing this thyroglossal duct cyst to get infected. So it had to come out. So I just wanted to kind of give a little how I got to this point. I have made a few videos, day 1 and day 2 after surgery, but this is actually how I got to the surgery. So please ask any questions, send me a message if there's anything that I could do to help or answer for you. Again, I'm on just day 2 after surgery right now, so we'll see what the days hold ahead of me. Not feeling too great, but again, it's not absolutely miserable, horrible. And I'm just looking forward to not having to go through any of these procedures anymore, and feeling well and getting back to not being sick all the time. Alrighty, well, I will update with day 3 tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.